because of stealing and murdering.
You have been stealing and killing my people. Get out of the country.
He then became the leader of gang bandit and had a reputation of violence and terror. He roamed along the Nile Valley. He roamed along the Nile Valley. One time, Moses tried to rob somebody, but a sheepdog was barking and Moses could not go through the robbery. He was so mad that he wanted to get back at the owner of the dog, who was a shepherd. So one night, he swam across the river while holding the knife with the teeth. The dog barked again. A dog barked again. The shepherd, hearing this, went and hid. Moses could not find the shepherd, so he stole the 2 sheep. He took them across the river and sold the skin for the wine and ate the sheep, then walked back to his camp. The police were looking for him because of all robberies, so he went and hid in a monastery. While in hiding, Moses was deeply influenced by the monk and decided to give up his old ways. He became a Christian and was eventually baptized into monastery. Okay. Becoming a monk wasn't easy for Moses. It was hard life to adjust to because monks are usually quiet and reserved, but the life Moses led was very adventurous. Once while he was staying at the monastery, 4 robbers came. Oh, take it, please. Okay. Once, while he was staying at the monastery, 4 robbers came and tried to attack him, but he was strong and fought them all. And tied them together. He dragged the robbers to where the other monks were praying. Fellow monks, I don't think it's Christian-like to hurt other people. What should I do? Hearing this, the robbers realized the wrong they did and repented and eventually became monks at the monastery. Moses always had a... Moses always had a positive attitude while everything he did, but he started to feel discouraged because he felt he wasn't perfect enough. So he went and talked to Saint Isidore, the leader of the monk. The Saint Isidore took him to the roof, and together they watched the sunrise. What are we doing here?
Only slowly do the rays of the sun drive away the night and usher in a new day, and thus only slowly does one become a perfect template.
I don't understand.
In the Bible, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 16, it says, "From him the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love, as each part does its work." Moses, it takes time even for the smallest part of your body to grow. By giving it time, we grow stronger and learn to love ourselves and each other. Just like that, for you to be perfect, it's going to take time.
Oh, I understand now. A couple weeks later, Moses was invited to attend a meeting to talk about one of the brothers. Sorry for the delay. A couple weeks later, Moses was invited to attend a meeting to talk about one of the brothers that committed a sin. Moses refused to go, but the other monks persuaded him to come. When he came to the meeting, he was carrying a basket filled with sand on his back, but the basket had a hole in the bottom. When he arrived, another monk looked at him with a confused face. "What if my sins run out behind me? I don't see them, but today I'm coming to judge the error of the another?" After hearing this, the other monks realized the wrong they did and forgave the monk. Eventually, Moses became a spiritual leader in his colony, and later he was ordained as a priest. When he was a 75-year-old, he heard about a robber who planned to attack the colony. When he was 75-year-old, he heard about a group of robbers who planned to attack the colony. Yeah, we should. No, my fellow brothers, we shouldn't do that. Rather than picking up our sword, we should back down. On July 1st, the robbers came and attacked their colony. Moses and 7 other monks stayed and greeted the invaders with open arms, but they were killed by the rebels. Saint Moses is known as the apostle of nonviolence. In the beginning, Moses was a slave, a murderer, and a robber. But after repenting to God, he became a teacher, a comforter, and a priest. He is still mentioned on the altar and in our prayers. The end.